What's up, guys? It's Cody from Full Deck Autoworks.
And I'm Colin, and today we're going to be reviewing the QuickJacks.
So this is a completely unbiased review of these QuickJacks. There's quite a few videos floating around on YouTube right now. This particular model is the BL-5000SLX. And that's what we're gonna be reviewing today. Most of the models seem relatively similar, but this is the model that I can give you the best information on.
So this is the BL-5000SLX model that Cody and Cameron got last year while they were at SEMA.
Here at the shop, we got a smaller shop than most, and we were looking for an option for day jobs, and we stumbled upon the QuickJacks. One of the sales representatives kind of showed us. They had 3 different models. We figured that the BLX5000 was gonna work best for what we do here. After a short demo, we signed up and we had the QuickJacks here within a week. This particular model suited us pretty well. We do a lot of light cars, passenger cars, and even smaller SUVs. If we have to have anything heavier than what this can handle, we usually just use a jack and some heavy duty jack stands. And we kind of like the lower profile of this one, being that we do work on quite a bit of low cars.
So these have a 5,000 pound rating on them. They do have a 7,000 pound model rating, and how you can tell the difference between the two, obviously the 5000 SLX as well as the 7000 SLX kind of defines each of the 2 different weight ratings. So one of the things that we love about it, to be able to move these things around the shop, is the little wheels on the ends of each of the QuickJacks. It makes it really easy to move these things around the shop rather than having to drag them around and grinding on the floor and everything. So you grab them by the end, you lift them up, and you can roll them around the shop.
That makes it particularly easy. We literally just set each jack on the side of the bay, the center bay, and roll them right back to where we need to go within 30 seconds on every job. We were really satisfied at the first time we used this QuickJack. They have the safety locking bars. So you go all the way up with the jack and you go back down a notch. Once this thing is set on the safety lock device, this jack isn't going anywhere. We could get 3 different guys to push it and the jack wouldn't push over. The safety lock device makes this product feel extremely stable.
And it does have a dual locking position lock to where you can go either up about halfway or all the way.
These are also separate units if you can't tell. Some of the older scissor lift jacks were a big, heavy single unit. And one of the first questions I asked during the demonstration on the QuickJacks was how they're gonna lift equally and also let the load down equally. This unit has equal load leveling. So both of them go up at the same time and they come down at the same time, making sure that the car is stable when you raise it or if you lower it.
So each side has a quick disconnect hose so that once you do get the car up in the air, you can disconnect the hoses and be able to move it out of the way so you're not having to walk over the hoses as you're working around the car.
The QuickJacks have a heavy duty powder coating on it. Sometimes they do get slid around under the car during moving it. I've set it on its side a couple times and I don't see any scratches deeper than the clear coat on this thing. They're also made out of a 14 gauge steel. So although they're relatively lightweight, they're super sturdy. I think it's the perfect size of metal to design these things to keep them still maneuverable, but also rigid enough to put a 5,000 pound vehicle on it.
And one of the things that actually QuickJacks tested was how high of a weight can they go on these specific 5,000 and 7,000 pound QuickJacks. In their video, they went up to, I believe, 16,000 pounds. And the QuickJacks held just fine, but obviously you're not gonna wanna go that high with a vehicle since they are rated at 5,000. So that's kind of what we've always been going by, is just that 5,000 pound rating.
I have, and it held up.
So one of the other things that you can probably use these for is like washing your car if you wanted to get it up off the ground a little bit more. It doesn't matter if the jacks get wet or anything, but you obviously can't get the power unit itself wet. It's not waterproof or anything like that, so make sure you disconnect your hoses after you get the car lifted up off the ground and then proceed to wash your car.
As you can tell, the QuickJacks are extremely low profile. It was one of the selling features for us. We do quite a bit of drift cars, which are super low, air ride vehicles, and we wanted something that would have minimal clearance issues.
So the total collapsed height of the units is 3 inches. Collapsed height of it with the small block is 3.8 inches. The collapsed height with the large block is 4.5 inches. So they do have the optional SUV adapters, but we do not have those yet. You see what I did there? You see the donut logo?
I'm hungry, and I'm not a cop.
No, it's Donut Media.
I know, because I read his notes.
And then if you wanted to get a full list of the different specifications and features and everything, you can see that on their website. We'll link that in our description.
or you can comment and I'll do my best to answer. So this may be some of the most informative information for you, the viewer. Some of the cons of these products, because very few people list the cons. The first con I have on this product is, although they are low car friendly, if the car is too low, they need assisted by a floor jack. These cars have body kits and lower bash bars, and getting a floor jack under them makes it tricky. We still love the product, but that's one of the biggest cons. Second con is, when we got this thing, the lines that run off, the hydraulic lines that go to each of the individual QuickJacks, are just in a really funky place. There's no real way to keep them out of the way. I think that engineering-wise, they should maybe figure out a better way to make these simpler and a little bit less in the way. Some of our engineering here at Full Deck Autoworks, and that's zip ties. The zip ties have done a really good job keeping this line out of the way. Honestly, those are the only two cons I have on this product. We've made a lot of money using this product, and it's really opened up the shop and helped make use of this small area. Overall, I would probably rate the QuickJacks, and again, this is an unbiased review, an 8.5 out of 10. And this is perfect for even anybody in the garage. Simplicity is awesome. You can throw them in the back of the truck. If you want to bring them to an automotive event, you can also, as long as you have a relatively flat surface, use them there.
Yeah, and that's who these are really perfect for, is either an at-home mechanic or shops like ours that don't really have the space, because we are really limited for space here. We only have one big lift that does all of our lifting of vehicles except for the QuickJacks, other than just hand crank jacks. We do have 2 bays that we could put lifts in, but unfortunately, it's very limited on space.
And fortunately, QuickJacks made a product to make it so we didn't have to install two posts in ground lifts. One, they're quite a bit more expensive, and two, maneuvering the car into it is just tricky. I can use these anywhere in this shop, and say we have an idle project on our big 2-post lift. We've built stainless TIG welded exhaust on QuickJacks, as I stated earlier, multiple transmission jobs. So it made it a lot easier than having to put another big 2-post lift here in the shop. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're a relatively new YouTube channel. As you can see, we don't have a ton of videos yet, but we plan on giving you guys honest, unbiased reviews on multiple products. We also have other video lines addressing some drifting, off-roading, anything automotive. Check out Full Deck Autoworks. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and obviously YouTube. We appreciate it a ton if you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We also do giveaways, so if you are a subscriber or if you like or comment on some of our videos, stay tuned, because we're doing some hats, shirts, and other giveaways here in the future. We appreciate you guys more than you know.
And then
Our boy's back.
the collapsed height of the units with the large block is, I didn't measure. And they don't have it on the website. I gotta measure real quick.
Is this big white dog? Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you knew, because I didn't think you were gonna know. You sound just like him. And the owner's like, do you want it really bad? Yeah.